Hi. Okay, so it's been a while. Sorry about that. I've been ill, is the short story. In what feels like forever, but what's actually been about a month. So very little happened with said rust bucket, but done a few little things, but nothing major. So don't let the tan fool you. This is just a fake tan, remnants from a New Year's Eve party that shall remain unmentioned. Um, in the weeks that have passed, done a few little odds and sods. I've clamped bits back on the car, mainly to get them out of the way, but also to off them up. The next big job is going to be finishing off these inner wings and aligning these. As you can see, since the last video, I have cut into the outer skin of my A-pillars. So this scuttle is now clamped in place, but before this can be properly installed, I need to sort out this inner wing so there's actually something to bolt it onto, and I also need to sort out the bulkhead so there's something to weld it onto along there. But as you can see on this side, it's cut into the skin. It actually worked quite well, that plan. So yeah, reasonably pleased with that. Ballsed up my measurement a little bit here, but I'll deal with that later. Bit of fine fettling, and I'll be able to get this ready to weld in. But back to the main point, these inner wings. So next job is going to be tackling this area here. And once that's done, I can actually think about starting to weld this on. The reason I haven't done that yet is because I want to be confident in the alignment, both up and down and left and right. And in this car, where the whole inner wing was rotten on both sides, I've got no point of reference, nothing to line it up to, apart from these strut tops. So my theory is I'm going to make some kind of frame jig type thing. Now essentially what that'll be is a frame built off of my Golf donor front end, because that's pretty much complete. That's got all the holes in the right places. So it would be a frame I can build off of that, which will line up these little mounting points, all these little holes along here. I can build it on the Golf front end, lift it off, put it on here, and in doing so we'll have points to line the inner wings up to once they're cut off. That's the plan. So why haven't I done that yet? Reason's fairly simple. I haven't had any metal to build it out of. I need some L-section steel, some box section, literally anything. It could be quite a crude little thing. But I haven't had any metal, mainly because I haven't had any money, so I haven't been able to buy anything. I've been on the scrounge, I've been looking for rough cuts and bits and whatnot. But yes, over the festive period, I did have a little breakthrough. So, what have we got? I've got an old road sign and a few lengths of this. This is steel wall-mounted shelving bracket stuff that's now surplus to requirements. It's not pretty, it's pretty ugly in fact. This is a lot rustier than I hope it would be, and it's bent in places, but there are some straight bits, and hopefully there's enough straight bits that I can wire brush down, get it clean enough to at least weld together and use. So yeah. It is what it is, and we're going to make do amend with what we've got. Now I could have gone and robbed any old road sign from any old roadworks or development that was going on, but I'm an honest guy and I don't believe in stealing. So, contrary to popular belief, this wasn't stolen, as you can probably see. This was dredged from a ditch. I happened to be driving down the road the other day and saw a bit of it poking out. And lo and behold, went back this evening, it was still there. It's not anyone's. It was rubbish, so if anything I'm doing people a favour, I'm picking up rubbish. So yeah, don't go out and steal, that's bad, unless you work for the government or the HMRC, in which case it's legal for some reason. But for the rest of us, we have to make do with what we got. So, let's see what I can come up with this. So with a bit of faffing around, this is as far as we've got. As you can see, using my trusty recycled road sign. and it's been bent to give it the slight curve to marry up all these little fixing points here. Holes drilled through it the right size, and essentially that's been bolted into place. I've done the same for the near side there. As you can see, I'm also making some kind of crude strut brace to run between the two strut towers. Once that's in place, there's going to be some cross bracing between here, some diagonals between that, and I'm also going to line it up with these fixing points here. So essentially it'll be one complete frame which will bolt to all these points that will lift off, mount onto the strut towers of the Jetta, and basically give me this as a method of alignment for the inner wings. Once that's done, I can confidently cut off this front end, knowing that I'm not going to need to take any more measurements off of it. So, hopefully we can make some progress with that today. Well, that's annoying. And yes, I have hammered it straight probably about 20 times, and every time it just bends back with the slightest bit of force. You know, if I do it many more times, I'm pretty sure it's just going to shear in half. So, for some reason this disc has got stuck on the grinder. I just cannot get enough force with that tool to get it off. I do have a spare grinder, but it's a 110 one, and I don't have a 110 volt inverter. And pretty much everything I'm planning on doing tonight involves grinding. So, there's only one thing for it. Sometimes tea just doesn't quite cut it.